Here we go. Hey everyone, we did it. We did it. Share your screen with your audience. Click this button to share your browse tab window or something. Yeah, I want to share. I love you guys. I will share with you. I'll hang out with you, but I don't want to share something that I may not want to share. I don't know. You guys know me, button pushing, we're in trouble. But welcome in, everybody. You did such a great job. Everybody's here. We've got our mods here. Thanks, Coley, for modding. Thanks, Jennifer, Jen Bun. Thank you so much for everybody who's friends who are over here on the Tiki Tacky who have popped over on the Tube of You. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. I'm going to give everybody a quick hello, only first names, and then we will say our grounding prayer. We'll get started. We'll see whose loved ones step forward, or if we end up doing psychic, intuitive, connecting, whatever it is. Same rules apply, but I don't have to restate them 10,999 times, which I love. Just like on the Tube of You, on Tiki Tacky, same rules apply on the Tube of You. Mm. Oh my gosh. Oh, Amanda, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hey, Jordan, how are you, love? Alyssa, hi, Jen. And yes, super important, just like on the Tube of You, Tiki Tacky, the rules across the two platforms apply. No personal details about your loved ones in the chat. Nice part is no scammer is going to use it against you. I just don't want you guys to feed me information because something may come up that you've shared in the chat that that your loved one says, and if you say it first, then it technically isn't evidence. So don't defeat me. I'm good. I've eaten. I've got water. I don't need you guys to feed me anything. Let your loved ones in spirit bring the information through. Let them connect with you guys. So saying hello to each other. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Love Bug. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. Kimberly, Brittany, welcome in. Pauline, welcome in. Jessica, welcome in. MVC, welcome in. Tammy, welcome in. Good to see you. Mercedes, welcome in. Let's see. Amy, that's okay. Amy, that's so fascinating to me. And again, I'm going to ask you how you felt about hearing. Amy said, I've heard my name being called the last 2 weeks at work, but no one said anything. And I was curious, Amy, like, how did you feel about it? Like, did it make you worried? Was it fearful? Was it heartwarming? Was it unnerving? A mixture? I'm curious. Hi, Kay. Mercedes, if I'm saying your name again, I'm not trying to, but I want to get everybody's name. Amanda, Jennifer, Abby. Oh, yay. I'm so glad that you're here too, Christy. Amy, good to see you. Okay, Hannah, Hannah's gonna completely mess up your name here. But Ashina, hi. Patsy, you made it. Yay. Katrina, Shalor. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry if I do not do justice to your name. I love you. Shalora. This is like me. It reminds me of preschool teaching. And if I hear it, I can say it. But oh gosh, if it's having to read it, forget about it. My brain does not like to decipher it. I call my dog Love Bug now. I love that. Carrie, welcome in. Tammy, oh, fantastic. I'm so glad you're here. Deborah, how are you? Big hugs. Gaming and saluting, how are you? Okay, I hold my loved one to. Oh, yes. Did you? Oh, Jen, I hope that's the case. Tell your loved ones to bug me. I love that. Julie, hi. Oh, thank you. Bob, hi, Mr. Bob. How are you? Racy, good to see you. You made it. Hi, Chrissy. Lois, how are you? Catherine, how are you? Alyssa, oh, thank you so much. Tish, so good to see you. Amy, let's see what you said about it. And hey, Haley, how are you? Yeah, you made it to the YouTube party. Okay, both. It was just throwing me off because first it was a male saying my name and then a woman's voice, like it was next to me. It just gave me goosebumps, but comfortable. Interesting. I always wonder how people, like, if you feel hearing your name and recognizing like your loved ones are wanting to communicate with you. They're wanting to say hello. They're loved ones in spirit around us. They can connect with us. They want to connect with you guys. And if there's even that unwillingness and an interest, you may be surprised the way they'll send you signs. And if it's something that's ever scary to you, I want you guys to know if you ever felt uncomfortable, if having them touch your shoulder, having them say your name, if any of that ever is uncomfortable to you, you can set the boundaries with your loved ones. You can tell them, hey, nay, nay, I don't want that. We're not doing that. They're not going to disengage with you and completely ice you out, but they will pull back and go, oh, okay, no problem. But if you're receptive and if you're curious and if you're willing to hear from them, they will use those. Ooh, there's someone touching my face as we say that. They'll use that opportunity to try to get a little hello in for you. But just like anything, if you as long as you have the boundaries that like you have in physical world, if you don't want to be bothered, tell them to not bother you. If you want them to come closer to you, connect with you more, you can invite them and just setting your intentions of I intend to connect in love and light, and connect with this and all that is good and for my greater good. Go with it. It's up to you guys to set those boundaries. Okay, friends, I'm going to shut down over on Tiki Taki. We have 92 people in the room over here, and I like to keep the tube of you a little more as intimate. I don't want. I like it to be a nice intimate number here. So I usually try not to go over 100 on the tube of you actively. So okay, everybody. So on the Tiki Taki land, I'm waving to you. I love you guys. I hope that you've given us a follow so you can join us on the tube of you, if not tonight. Any of the nights that we pop on there. It's good to see everybody. So 5, I love you, I love you. 4, I love you, love you. 3, I love you, love you. 2, I love you, love you. 1, I love you, love you. I hope to see you over in the tube of you land, you guys. And thank you, mods. Okay, we did it. We shut her down. Great job, everybody. This is cool, right? So much more chill. I love this. So last night I dreamed with my loved ones that I got a hug. I woke up absolutely bawling, begging the person to come back. Gaming and sleuthing. Oh my gosh. I know that dream. I know that connection. It is that bittersweet feeling of having them with you and connecting with you. And then the absolute loss of when it's over and it's so quick. I send you so much love. I know that connection. It's beautiful, but it is, I'd say much love, it's bittersweet. Oh, love the way YouTube looks. Oh, I'm so glad. You're so sweet. Oh, Abby, I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm glad we're saying hi to everybody too. Oh, that's a great question. Lindsay is asking, is there anything you suggest doing to help our loved ones come through? Invitation, letting them know. We're going to say a grounding prayer. We're going to do it together. We're going to invite them to step forward. We're going to let them know they're welcome, that and they can blend with us as much or as little as you feel comfortable. Talk to them, reach out to them, and in a place of just curiosity and wonder and love. That's how I reach out to them. So the same way I do it would work for you too. There's no, it's not, oh, you're medium, so it works this way for you. But no, we're all mediums. We can all connect with our loved ones in some way, shape, or form. And like I always say, they would prefer to actually connect directly with you. It's just that the more you practice and you work on it and there's a skill set you build, you're able to recognize them maybe a little more clearly. But they all want to connect with us. And then you can ask for signs. I'm careful to not try to do it personal. This is my personal opinion on this. I don't try to direct the spirit world. I don't try to tell them, anything too specific, but I can mention things like, hey, if you want to give me a touch, I'd love it. Here's a candle if you want to flicker it. I'll give opportunities for connecting, but I want it to be free flowing. I really want them to show up and connect the way they want to. Maybe music is a way they really want to. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, moderators, for handling the chat. You guys are fire. Just got an alert. But they really love to connect with music. And if you know that about your loved one, you can say, send me a song. I'd love to hear it. If nature was a connection with them, you can bring up things and let them know that you're receptive, you're curious, you're available, but you're not trying to command, demand, or force anything, because it is a free flow. And you meet them and greet them in love and saying prayers, you guys, which again, just even saying this, which is just like basically setting expectations, saying those prayers as intentions, are a great way to connect with your loved ones. I have chills already. Oh, Raven, I love this. Yes. Oh, welcome in, you guys. I love that everybody's here. Like to do unexpectedly. Sometimes it goes weeks without anything. And then sometimes it's multiple times in a week. Yes, Holly. I was just having this conversation with someone who helps the production side of Mediumship and Emil. She and I were connecting, and we were just talking about that. There will be days where it's pretty quiet and chill around here, and then all of a sudden, it's just like the activity it's just bam, 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 bam. And a loved one is just really kind of just taking the energy, connecting and interacting in the most amazing ways. And it's so neat. Like I love it. I'm like, we're here. Oh, hi, hey. And other times it's just crickets. And I need to be okay with that because maybe there's something in my life I need to focus on. And spending my time focusing on the spirit world wouldn't serve me. Maybe there's something in the physical world I really need to pay attention to. And so that's why it's a little more quiet. Doesn't mean they're not around, doesn't mean they don't care, but there's something I may have to work on the grieving process a little bit, or I need to work on some, bills I need to pay or something. And it may not serve me in that moment to hear from them. Other times it may be, oh, they're alerting me. They really want me to know that they're around there. And remember their energy, and they're using their energy to interact with you. So having that gratitude and that attitude of gratitude of even the littlest signs, and then not to negate them. If something with you resonates, you're like, okay, that got my attention. Acknowledge that got your attention and thank them. Having that, ooh, hey, if that right there was from you, if that number that went by right there and it caught my attention, if that, thank you. And even if it's not, they're around you, they connect with you, they know your energy, you're thinking of them, you're sending out that love, it's still sending out that message. And just don't be attached to how they receive it or how they send it back. I hope that helps. Want my loved ones. Oh, went to my loved one's grave. This is Jennifer saying this, and found a plastic cardinal, and I put it to her grave. That is her sign. She is with me. I just bawled when I found it. Okay, Jennifer, you just reminded me what happened at the beach today. Oh, I was wondering, like, it was one of those things where I put it in my noggin, like, oh, will I remember to bring this up with you guys? And then I surrendered. And look, you bringing that up brought this up. So, sign today. That's actually what started that conversation with this wonderful person. We call her G. When we went to the beach, G said, if it was raining, she's like, oh, should we hang out here? Or should we go like further out on the sand? She kind of waited out. And I'm like, what's interesting? I'm feeling like I kind of want to take Rebel because I had her with me. I have a back brace on. And so I brought her on a leash and a little short lead. And I'm like, I don't want her to yank me all over the beach. I want to take her over here, maybe towards this grass area. And let's just see if, she wants to do what dogs do in the grass for a minute. So we don't have to worry about being all at the beach and having that being an issue. Oh, and the music just started playing on its own. Did anybody just notice that? There was no music on, and wait to see if you can hear it. Go, spirit, go. If you heard it, let me know in the chat. Watch, the music started playing itself. I love that when that happens. I'm so here for this. Y'all's loved ones are on it. And by the way, this talking right now and hanging out, this is what they want us to do. Connect as a community, get your guards down, just relax, let them take the lead. There'll be a point where Hannah stops talking because spirit takes over. But I don't try to force it. I'm like, oh, we're on, let's go. It's like, okay, spirit, we're going to go on the flow. And I love it. So if you heard that, go, spirit, go. That is fire. The music just like whooped itself on. I'm so here for it. So, and I'm going to tell you this great story about it. And this is you'll see why. So walked Rebel over to this grass area. And as I walk over the grass, I see a rock, which I should have brought in here with me to show you guys. I found, because I didn't take that one with me. I found a rock. I'm like, oh, there's a heart rock over here. That's cool. And then there's all these other like really cool rocks that we're going to go combing the beach for. So as I walk over and let Rebel go potty and I see this heart rock, I'm like, oh, that's neat. I think I leaned down to pick it up and then opted out of picking it up. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it there. It's sweet. Love it. I'll take it as a sign. But wait, I should have took a picture. We walk back after she's gone potty and somebody on a wooden, petrified wood piece that they have like a little garden box area had put a picture of a gentleman. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And I look closer, and underneath the picture of the gentleman are a bunch of these little rocks that people had glued eyeballs to. And then and painted them different little colors. And then it read underneath it, it was this whole little bio about a man who had passed away. I walked back over that heart rock and added it to his little memorial that somebody had put there. Just an impromptu little memorial on this little piece of wood, and it said something about like he was always seen at this beach. He loved hanging out here. He loved flirting with the girls. He's a much older gentleman, so it's really cute. It's like he's cheeky, he's playful, he's what he's missed, you know. And it was just one of those like, okay, if I hadn't had the walk to the walk, I wouldn't even have noticed that. And then that's where that heart rock ended up. I put it with his little headstone, a little well, tribute to him, I should say. So one of those really cool moments where spirit was just like, and of all the places I could park along this beach, you guys, this beach that I'm parked at, it is miles of beach area where the restrooms are. It just, the level of that, setting that up, the rain, the grass, just that's the stuff, like to not miss those signs. You know, you can say coincidence to a point, but recognizing spirit is pointing something out and honoring that. And in that moment, it was just like, okay, spirit, you're cool, you're smart. And then we walked along the beach, and I found a couple really cool other, like those sediment rocks that were other rocks, and yeah, took those with me as well, and some sea glass, and gave that to her. So yeah, it was a very grounding activity for me to get to do that, and that's why I was so glad about us going live tonight, and looking forward to this, because that's one of the things I like to do as well. So preparing your hearts, doing things that bring you peace, doing things that bring you joy, and looking for those signs and noticing them and having gratitude for them. Isn't that neat? I was thinking about you when it hit 11:11 here in New York. Then I saw you live. Is it 11:11 in New York? Oh, Jenny, that's so late for you guys. Thank you to everybody with these hours I know who are across the United States. And if you're out of the country, welcome in. We have 105 friends in here. Oh my goodness, welcome in, everybody. That's usually um the next song just switched. Like again, I like on the tube of you keeping us like 100 or under. And okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I have an idea, and we're not going to do it today, but if you're on right now, you're going to get to know about this idea. So now that you're a subscriber, I have an idea that one day when I do one of these impromptu lives, I'm going to put in the chat a Zoom room number, and we're going to go off of this app, and we're going to go into a private Zoom. So you'll be able to be face to face with me. It'll be a free opportunity for you guys. I'm not charging for that. We're just going to be on here, and all of a sudden I'm going to be like, surprise, the speak easy just got a little more speaky and a little more easy. And we will go from here into a Zoom room together, and we'll see who steps forward. Isn't that going to be fun? I know, right? How cool is that? I'm like so down for that. And of course, there will be events, I say with much love, where I will charge for us to do something like that. They won't always be free, because it isn't free for me to run everything. But I like to balance it. I like to say, bless us so we can bless others, right? Making this connection, getting the chance to grow and go. So I will do what I can to balance it. But that was on my heart today. I to mention that to you guys. I wasn't sure if we were going to do that tonight, but Mr. Hannon needed to take my other device that I would need in order to send codes and stuff. He's fixing that. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's not tonight, but let me let everyone know in the chat to keep an eye out for that, because I'm just going to randomly do it. You won't know. We'll be here chatting. Like, is this it? Is this one? Is this, are we doing it? Like, we're doing it. And you know how I'll know? Because Spirit, that's the way I like to do it. Spirit will be like, let's go, Hannah. Because if I try to plan it, my nerves too would be like, the anxiety would come in and like, I don't know. I'm a walking anxiety ball half the time. So yeah, but anyway, when Spirit does it, I'm excited for the opportunity for us to get to do that. So when that, yeah, it'll be so much fun. Oh, Tammy, I just love you guys. I feel, oh yes. Okay. I'm so excited, Pauline. Right? Isn't this fun? Do your loved ones ever, sorry, Hannah's asking, do your loved ones ever feel that we ruminate or focus on them too often? I mean, I don't know that they would express that, but if they're not connecting with us because we need to focus on our daily activities, you know, that you may just notice that you're not feeling them interacting with you as much. But you know, we have free will. Just so if I don't think they're trying to, from what I've noticed, I don't think like my Michelle or, you know, Grammy or any of them ever are like, hey, Hannah, you know, you're leaning on me too much. But I can tell when they're more actively present versus when they're not. So there's more, you know, that's a great question. Thing like I've never been like, hey, Hannah, you know, it's more like, oh, hi, yeah. I just bound into the spirit world and the physical world. But now if I need to work through grief or something is needing my attention, I don't feel like I've ever had one tell me, to not do the process the way that I need to. So it's grief is such a personal journey, and it's, I don't think anyone would ever be upset I'm thinking about them, but I definitely need to be able to still make sure I'm balancing my life and able to function above and beyond, connecting to the spirit world. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, we've got to focus on the process of living, and they want that for us. All right, my loves, I love you guys. So what the music that came on is some Delta Waves binaural beats. So maybe spirit's just helping us kind of all calmly connect. Hi, Gail, love you. Okay, makes sense. Might be no, it wasn't, not at all a silly question. I just wondered if the way I relate it makes sense to you, because it's good kind of process out loud. Like, they love knowing we're thinking on them, but like you said, if I couldn't function because I was hyper focusing on them, I think, you know, they wouldn't want that for me because they want the greater good for me. So they're not going to necessarily engage with me in a way that I would want if I was in that place and space of desperation. I notice they don't engage, or maybe I'm just not even aware with them if I'm in that space and place as much. Until I just get into that place of neutrality. The best way to connect with your loved ones is with love, curiosity, but trying to be neutral. Do the emojis ever feel overwhelming to you? I like to post them in case it helps connect, but sometimes I feel bad, like the chat may move too quickly. That is such a great question. You can post the emojis. It's totally fine to flood the chat with emojis. I just ask that once we go into the reading, you guys know to stop putting the emojis in there. But actually, what will happen is your loved one will just tell me if you were on the live like last night. Look up, Hannah. Look over, like right there. So they'll prompt me over, or they'll take me to a letter in your name. In fact, there's someone's name right now that just went by, and I have a female touching my face. So I'm so curious to see if that builds. And I just wrote down the letter. Something. But thank you for asking. See the kindness over here, you guys. Even the moderators have said when they leave the different apps, the vibe over here is just such, the way you all interact and are kind and respectful to each other and in the chat and to the mods, you make their job so easy. So I thank you guys. So, okay, we did great. We chatted away. We chatted for about 20 minutes. It's about right. Just something to kind of get us to be in a place of neutrality and just enjoy being over here together. And I'm going to now ask you a favor. Right? I know, it's just different. I love you. So here's what I'm going to do, everybody. Yeah, TikTok can just get so wild. I'm going to now give you guys, I'm going to give you permission to do me a favor. All your emojis are there. Hands are going to come off of the buttons. Let's do this together. Your hands are completely off the buttons. Take your hands to your heart. Everybody with me, so the chat's going to stop. And I don't have to worry. I know you guys over here, you listen so well, and I appreciate it. So your emojis can completely stop right now, because I can actually scroll back up and I won't scroll back down. I'm going to stop at my Michelle mod with the chickies, so you don't have to put any more emojis. You guys are good. Hands to your heart. Put your hands here, everybody. You got this? Okay, great job. Let's take a couple cleansing breaths and let's start inviting your loved ones to step closer. I'm going to stop the emojis. I will not scroll past the chickies. So even if you put one in right now, I just want to let you know I'm going to go back up and above. So you can just take your hands to your heart right now and hold space for your loved one. And say hi and say welcome. Tell them you love them. You can say it out loud. You can say it in your head. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, my siblings. Hi to my child, my loved ones, my spouses, my friends, my family, my community. Maybe someone I wouldn't even expect. Hi, I love you. I'm so thankful you're here tonight. I'm so thankful you want to engage. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to connect with you. I love you. I honor you. How does that feel in your body? You feeling your heart and feeling your body, being present. Hi. Now we're going to set intentions. I always say a prayer, but like I say, a prayer is not to a particular deity. It's all about intentions and opening us up to the Spirit. So we say, Spirit, we welcome you into this space, into the hearts of everyone here. Come and start blending with us. Let us feel you. Let us drop any fears, worries, or concerns. Let us just be open up with curiosity and love, with compassion for each other, knowing that everyone in this room wants to hear from somebody in the spirit world, or maybe two people, and that unites us. Some of us in grief, some of us in pain, some of us in hurt, some of us in joy, some of us in laughter, and everything in between. And we invite in those feelings. We're not going to deny them. We're not going to dismiss them. We invite them to step forward, but in a way that it's healing for us. That's part of our healing journey. That these connections and this time together is so that we can aid and abet the healing process when it comes to the physical loss of loved ones, but also it makes us aware that they're still connected to us, even if we don't physically see them. We'll know that we know without a shadow of a doubt, they're still connected to us. Open the eyes of our heart so that we can feel you, so that we can see you. Open our minds so that we can understand the information that spirits are going to bring forward and share with us. Let us just truly embrace the experience of whether or not our particular loved one steps forward or not, that we get to have this healing connection with our loved ones. I ask as the medium, and I humbly ask to the spirit world that I do everything in my physical being to hold space for you in a way that represents and honors you. And I'm very honored and humbled with the privilege and the opportunity to get to connect with you. I ask that you would remove the need for me to run ahead of you and to say anything that you haven't said or hold back anything, and try to interpret it. But just like I say, turtle frog, I just say everything you're saying, the way that you're saying it, how you want it said, knowing that you're going to build the information to make the bigger picture, and it'll relay exactly what it is that you want to say. So allow me to greet you with joy, greet you with love, but in a place of neutrality of whatever information you're bringing through. You're saying it because it matters to you. And all my job is to relay that. And I thank you for this opportunity. I love you, Spirit. I honor you. So it is, so it shall be. My eyes are going to stay closed. I'm just going to sit tight. I was already drawn to somebody and some hearts. The particular letter that's standing out in my name right now, in their name, it's still sitting with me. That's why I said you don't have to put any more emojis in the chat right now. I'm going to see if it continues to build or if something else. Okay, there's still a female here with me that wants to connect with this person. Let's see if this ends up being the case or if they want to pull something more. Again, your job isn't to make anything fit, but be open, be curious, and be willing to think outside the box and what your loved ones are trying to relay. But it's their job to bring through the information so that you can validate exactly what it is that they want to share. Okay, I'm seeing another letter too. Okay, so we're getting two letters. Now I'm curious about this. Okay, there was another letter. All right, holding tight. I'm going to roll back up to this person. And thank you, everybody. I just want to say that. Thank you so much. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm rolling up by the names. Okay, there you go. Thank you, friends. Yeah, there you are. Okay. Was there a name right by you? Okay, and I'm getting pushed in the heart right now, so this is good. Okay, so I'm just holding with this. There goes the nose. There's the pulling in my chest. Okay, so writer of words with the purple heart. I have a female that I feel pulled to that wants to connect with you. So the only one who's gonna, awesome. Would you understand a female in spirit that wants to connect with you, or that you were hoping to connect with? And I'll just remind you guys in the chat, same thing as applies in the two of you is in ticky tacky. Yes, no, I don't know, maybe, um, possibly, beautiful. And then you can share information that I've shared that resonates with you, but don't overshare in the chat to where you're feeding the information. But they may be bringing something up and they want you to mention something and then they build on it. But let's see who this female is. Writer of words, of worlds, who wants to connect with you. And I will say this with much love. If they ping pong to another spirit, there's nothing I can do. A female can get my attention. But it's interesting, there's a male here who's like, I might take over. And I don't know why they do that. I don't know. I just hold. But so, okay, interesting. There's a male and a female in spirit who want to connect. Okay. So let's see. Interesting. The male I would take being, I would take a male that wants to connect with you. That would, okay, I'm just going to let him blend a little bit more here. As well, female, okay. The female's younger than the male. Let's see what he's doing. I would take the male that wants to connect with you is older than you. Let's see if he starts pulling him more. Yeah, he's definitely older than you. He's above you, so that I just to say lineage-wise, this is somebody that's older than you that wants to connect with you. He's touching this part of my head right here. But there's a female who's younger than him who's with him, and we'll see which one starts stepping forward to say more. But that's interesting that he's like, let's see what he's doing. He's showing me a picture right now and just letting it unfold. There is never any hurry. We are in the hurry in the physical world. Spirit world is not in a hurry. So the best thing to do is just to hold space and see how they want to unfold things. But it's interesting. He's blending with me right now, and I feel like she's right there too. I've got a cool image kind of unfolding in front of me right now. Okay, I feel like this older male that wants to connect with you, he wants to take me outdoors to connect with you. So he's either one that likes to enjoys the outdoors, being outdoors, time spent outdoors. An older male. I keep hearing something, and I'm trying to see if I can get clarity on the name, but there does seem to be a strong, excuse me, like a Chuck or a Charlie, either as the name, and I'm not guaranteeing that's his name. There's either someone connected to him with a name that sounds like that, or that's the name that he's bringing through. I just want to let you know I'm hearing something like that. I'm not fixated on it. There's something there, but he's coming through. He's like taking me outdoors. What's interesting where he's taking me, you guys, is I feel like I'm watching this little gray squirrel. So I don't know if you have a squirrel that visits your yard or if you would understand or connect squirrels to him, but I feel like I'm watching. Excuse me, I start ticking. You're just going to notice me itching and ticking in case you're new. That's just what happens when the energy starts to blend with me, especially my nose and arms and things. It's the way it goes. But I'm watching this little squirrel kind of like shake its tail at me. So if you would understand a male in spirit who would either like to feed squirrels, connection to squirrels, or you would understand why they would be bringing up squirrels if that's something you were recently doing, and they would be wanting to validate that. Would that make sense to you? Oh, Lee is fine. Thank you. So Lee, would that make sense to you? Would you understand a male coming through? I heard something that sounds like Chuck or Charlie. It could be the name either connected to him, lineage-wise, friend-wise. There's something in the name. But then the more importantly is we're taking me outdoors, and either there's a feeding of squirrels, connection to squirrels. There's something squirrels. That is beautiful. And I can't wait for when I read this out loud and someone watches this, how amazing that is for spirit and friends who are present to say, that's go, spirit, go. So Lee said, an older gentleman who watched squirrels, fed them, and I have squirrels that represent him. Go, spirit, go. Thank you, Lee. Beautiful. And thank you guys for holding comments. I know it's amazing, Allie. Spirit's incredible. It's so hard to, I understand, hold hands off the keys. I'm honored. And the music just did a whole little switch too. But this is what's so nice about this, is this the chill. So thank you, friends. We're going to hold comments while Lee's loved ones are stepping forward. But that's beautiful. And I love that we all feel it in our hearts, and you should feel it that way. It should ignite that wow, spirit is intelligent, because that's why they come through, for that exact reason. Okay, so Lee, thank you. I'm gonna see if the female also wants to step forward and share more information, or if he wants to keep chatting with us. I feel like it's funny. There's something about, by the way, okay, now he is showing me it's funny. There's something about saltine crackers. So I don't know if it's interesting just watching him, if that's what he decided to feed the squirrels, or why that all of a sudden that just popped in front of me. I thought, oh, is she going to step forward? But I don't. Oh, there's something about saltine crackers. He just tapped me here. I just want to tell you there's something about saltine crackers, because I was like, oh, maybe she'll say something as well. But so if you see me tap, that's because they'll give me a little tap tap on the head there. But there's something about those. So like if I like little, like the wafery type crackers, to me that look like saltines that I'm seeing in front of me right now. If that's what he decided to feed them, or that's just what he's showing us, that's just he wanted that was important to him. So okay. I love you, and that's what you want to share. That works for me, love bug. He wants to talk about rest. Rest. Okay, interesting. Um I feel like he wants to talk about rest. So he might be giving you a directive, because I asked him, like, why are you coming through, if the female is going to say more. But I feel like he actually wants to say something to you about rest. Let me see what he's saying. Hold on. He just said rest, rest, rest. So if you're not getting enough rest, if you need more rest, if there's something that's important for him to say that to you, let's see what he's saying. Look, he went straight in for the I'm just going to give you the why I'm here, Hannah. Sometimes why I'm here is just a hello. Sometimes they want to actually give you some type of guidance or direction. I want to talk about making sure that we're not um, biting off more than you can chew as well. So I don't know if you have a habit of that, or if that's something that you've been feeling like in life, that you have to bite off more than you can chew, or you understand why he'd be saying that to you. But I feel like rest and not biting off more than you can chew. See what else we. Oh, and I want to tell you, my throat's getting really dry right now. I feel like I'm having a hard time swallowing. I don't know if that's his way of validating. When they give you something that seems abstract, they'll give you concrete evidence above and beyond. And me, he's really drying out my throat right now. So I don't know if he had a problem with either not being able to, if something happened, him having a problem with being able to speak, talk, swallow, something happening here for him, if that was part of his passing, or an issue that he had. There's some type of sensation that I'm feeling right now that he's trying to bring forward to me, and it could be to validate again what he just said earlier. He makes me feel shaky too. The table was set up next to the window where he watched his squirrels. End of life. Okay. Okay. He's making me feel frail. He's making me feel shaky right now. I can feel like a weakness in my body. Interesting. But you know what? I feel so much peace. I can understand that. Okay. I feel peaceful about my passing, though. Lee, I feel like this is okay. He's giving me the most beautiful sensation of being lifted up out of my body, you guys. It's very, and the tingles went up and down my right arm with that. Wow, that was beautiful. I really wish you guys could feel what I feel. This is like absolutely the coolest thing ever. I love you, Spirit. I love you. I want to let you know that so I don't know if you touched his arm or if someone touched his arm. I just want to tell you, he just gave me a tapping kind of sensation on my arm, tingling on my arm right here. So I don't know if you understand that as something, if you reached out and touched his arm or someone had touched his arm, or if you felt like someone was touching your arm. He just very clearly touched my right arm right here, back of my arm right there. But I want to tell you, I just feel such like a lifting up of the weight of my body. I feel lighter. I feel freer. There's just this really neat sensation that he's giving me right now. Not everybody passes with, everybody passes differently. They're fine after. It's just different passing, but this is a neat sensation he's giving me. So I want to relay that to you because he's relaying that to me. With the tight, a little bit of the tightness of the throat still. So just waiting to see what else he's showing me. Do you have a yeah, I held his hand and arm for or so hours and wouldn't leave his side as he was passing. Oh, okay. In that space and place when you were with him, I want to ask you, or if it's with you right now, would you understand me seeing? I feel like it feels very simplistic, by the way, in the environment. I want to talk about it feeling very. I don't see a lot going on around me. It feels very simple. Like there's not like a lot of like it's. I don't know. I feel like I could be in a bed. I feel like I'm in a bedroom. Excuse me, the burps. This is what happens, you guys. As you guys know, with me, the nose, the burping, everything's just out. So that's just me, the spirit. But I feel like this very plain pine furniture next to me, like a very plain, simple little cabinet. Um, it's very simplistic looking. Would you understand me seeing that? Like it feels it's definitely not, it's not ornate in any way, shape, or form. But I also feel like I do see what looks like, and you have in your name. So I want to argue my brain against this, but I'm not going to argue because I'm going to say it. But I'll tell you that I want to argue when it happens. But I do see like, I want to see like a couple books next to me, but they feel hardcover. They don't feel like soft paperback. These feel like a substantial. So it's one or two books I would take that I'm seeing as well. And it's funny because I'm not seeing a cover on them. I just see hard covered books. Would you understand that? What I'm being shown, what I'm feeling. And I would also take that he passed. I have his china cabinet, maybe not far from me, and I have a photo album on them. They're hard covered. Beautiful validation. Thank you. Do you understand me also that him passing and it was dark? The room is dark. Like some people pass during the day, but he's showing me dark. So do you understand that the lights? Oh, he swamped me with this. And I get this like swamp in my chest. Um, he's swamping my chest with that. So yes, okay. Did he just give me a little flump? I love that when I get a little very good energetically communicating, connecting. I really want to thank you. Like my heart is just pouring out right now. I want to thank you. So it makes me want to do. It's like I just want to keep going like this. Like, thank you. I just feel a lot of peace. I feel a lot of dignity. I feel a lot of lightness. I feel a lot of stillness and a lot of kindness. This is what he's bringing. Thank you, Lee. Interesting, the music, you guys, that it switched to, but what's on it, I can't even read the language. I don't even know. It's not a language that I speak, but it's interesting. I've looked over to the right here and I just felt like take a beat, Hannah. Good. If there's a book, you guys, opened up. I wish I could, there's the only thing when you're on this, I can't take this camera down very easily. I'd love to show you that the music playing is this like book opened up and it's like this magical looking book with pages. And here you're like the writer of worlds, and that literally looks like what's on the screen right now. But I could not read to you what the language is on there. So, but thank you. Thank you, Lee. I don't feel like there's more. The female's interesting. I wasn't sure if she was going to bring up more, but she didn't. It was just more like, hey, I'm here too. But she didn't step forward. And I was like, oh, maybe she's going to say something. Nope. It was just a, I'm also here. Is there anything you want to ask Lee or check in about before we open back up to another loved one? I don't feel like he has more to say. I think what he just said was amazing. But was there anything else you wanted to connect with or ask or were curious about before we open the chat back up? And the chat, you have done fire. So proud of everybody for hanging tight. I'm telling you, this Tube of You is such a cooler platform to work on. So thank you, everybody. And now the music just switched to different music. Thank you for hitting the hearts. That helps as well, you guys. I know, right? Spirit's so cool. Let's see if Lee wants to, if you have any questions. You're welcome. No, I am good. Thank you so much. But yes, he may have been with a younger woman. Okay. I wouldn't know. Okay. There you go. Which is why she's just acknowledging, but not why she didn't step forward. Oh, and there we go, the eye itch. Every now and then we get the little eye itches, and that just came into the eye itch. So there we go. Well, thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. And the chat, you guys, we can open back up in the chat and, and we can hang out. And I'm giggling right now because my son puts these little alerts on our devices. So welcome, you guys, and send love, please, to Lee and let the loved ones, Lee's loved ones, to the spirit world. I love to always fill the chat with "Go Spirit Go," and that the accolades goes to the spirit world. And I want you guys to honor it also as a sitter, doing such a great job being able to validate the information the loved ones bring through. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hi, Miranda. Welcome in, my love. Right? Go, spirit, go. I love it. I looked over at the monitor here. My son has these little reminders. My oldest son is he doesn't ever watch these videos, so I don't ever have to worry about him hearing this. Nobody would care, but I just have to giggle. But he gets these little alerts. He's also neurospicy like myself. And so he puts these little reminders up to do basic self-care. And all of a sudden, his little reminders started filling my screen. Shower, deodorant, brush your teeth. Oh, and now they're gone. That was cool. And then there they went. Okay, that was fun. And it was interesting because it didn't, and usually it will say, it will remind him with his little name, and it just showed those words, and off it went. But it was kind of like a little comic relief moment there. It was really cool. Isn't that neat? It's like a smart way to use technology to help fill in those gaps. You know, he was actually really cute. He was helping me, you guys, with passwords because we're integrating other devices, and then I know being on all these different social media platforms and electronics, and I suck at it. He's like, Mom, I really want to help you with your password management because the way you have everything written down, and Dad's trying to set up this device for you, and now he's got to try to figure out where you updated it. Like, it's okay. There's this more secure way to do this. Do you want me to walk you through it? He goes, it's going to take you a while. It might get a little frustrating, but once you do it, it'll be right. And it'll be a lot less frustrating in the long run. So it was really cute. He's like very calmly walking through the anxiety train that I have when it comes to electronics. It was very, 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 very sweet. So my agreement was, okay, we can move out of the Stone Ages. We can keep moving mom into the tech world. Spirit's doing it. Might as well let my son help it along as well. So yeah. So we're gonna rub off each other in the good ways, right? Thank you guys. I love it. I love our loved ones getting to and to get to engage with you guys and holding space for our loved ones in the physical and our loved ones in the spirit world. Had a reminder to work out that I was used for 159 days. Pretty much. I think that was one of the things G had mentioned. There's something I forget every time we go and shoot an episode of Mediumship in a Meal. I'm going to forget one thing. She's like, well, I make lists of things. I'm like, well, I do too. She's like, yeah, but I mean, just like make a reoccurring list, because some of this stuff is like, so you don't have to pull it out of your noggin, but and I make the list, and then I make like 10 other lists, and then I can't find the list, and then to make it a reoccurring list. But yeah, and then like you said, I'd probably snooze it and wouldn't look at it anyway. But yeah, there is something to be said to using technology. Then there's just quirks. Gigi, welcome in, my love. Thank you guys. So at this point, I'm just your son is so sweet to do all this with you, right, Mars? I really appreciate they pick up their little parts and pieces. Like they completely leave the kitchenette area that we use for the filming a disaster 90% of the time. But they're pretty good about if I then go over there and stomp my feet and jump up and down and go, okay, we really need to clean it up because or help hide some of the clutter that you guys have everywhere so that we can film in here. They're getting better about understanding my need for the use of space. It's been a little push and pull, but I think we're getting there. But they keep me humble. Oh, okay. And while we're in between, as I'm waiting for one of your loved ones to bump me, the other funny thing that it did happen, speaking of sons in kitchen, as you guys know, with the hurt back, I've been challenged with cleaning up. And so I did come home today and say, okay, I can do a little kitchen cleaning up, right? Because I want to make myself something to eat, but I got to make sure I'm only standing upright as I'm working here on the counter space, like no bending down, just the counters. So it took me twice as long as it probably should have because I'm the limited mobility. You cannot make up the comic timing of this. Swearsies. I have Chemo's video playing in the background. By the way, if you guys haven't watched the full episode for Chemo here for Mediumship and Meals, his episode, please watch the full episode, the yellow one that says like the uncut conversation. It's absolutely beautiful. The nuggets of information. I re-listened to it because I swear I re-listened to him, and it really does feed your soul. Like, oh, that's a good thing to remember. So it's a great one, great episode. So I had it playing on one of the Oogly devices. I cleaned everything up. Seriously, walk out of the kitchen with the towels because I had like one on the floor, and I picked it up with my toes because I couldn't bend down. I walked by and I hear boom, 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 my son coming around from his side of the house to the door. And I'm like, and I said to Mr. Hanna, who's in his office, I'm like, if my son is coming in to make food right now, if he's coming in to dirty that kitchen, I cannot. I'm like, he can't be. No, this is too late. He's not. Door opens. He's got his little crate of food that he's brought over from that area because they don't like to actually cook over there because it's not, they want to use the full stove. Here comes a crate of what he's going to make. And he's got this whole elaborate Chipotle rice thing he's going to make. I'm like, I can't right now. I cannot. And I just start laughing like a maniacal laugh because at that point, this shit's funny. You're just like, okay, the kitchen's ready for you. Trash accordingly. And the look on his partner's face is like, really? I'm like, I literally just walked out of there and said, you can't be coming in here to cook. And he is. But wait, there's more. Because if you need it, but wait, there's more. My son's like, don't worry, Mom. It's a 3-pot dish thing. I've got the recipe. It's not going to be that big of a mess. No worries. I get it. You just cleaned it. I'll make sure I put it back together. Of course, I'm like, it's okay. I get it. It's all right. But thank you. I come from upstairs from meditating to connect with you guys. Mr. Hanna walks by. He's beat red and he goes, don't go in the kitchen. He's like, the whole kitchen is trash right now. The 3 pots. It's like the whole kitchen is gone. It's like he has mad scientist in the kitchen. All I can do is laugh. Like, well, I mean, it's funny. These will be the stories that in spirit, that I'm going to probably bring up to him. I don't know. Or when he goes in the kitchen, if I leave this planet before he does, I'm going to go mess up his kitchen. I got my plans. My kid, Jessica says, my kids are too small for cooking, but I'm not looking forward to those kind of messes, right? No, Hannah, not with you, not on this one. He's got to clean up. I hope so. This time, this version of cleaning, because they've been the ones cooking the last couple of days, because I haven't, with my back hurting, been downstairs and hadn't been there. What finally, like, I had to clean it was because they had cleaned, and the stove, the level of grease on the stove, you guys, it was just like whatever they had been making. It was just full on, like, you could skate on this grease. I was like, okay, this is a fire hazard at this point. So I'm so curious. Should I take pictures? I'll post it for you guys. Should we go on a field trip to go see what happens in the kitchen? Let me know. So funny you started talking about the kitchen because I had to plug my phone in and it's in the kitchen. Oh my goodness. Exactly. These are those memories. Do you guys like we talk about? It's the mundane. The magic is in the mundane. These are the little things that they bring up, and I love it. Your light is amazingly positive. Oh, breathe in. You guys, I hope it just keeps you. I hope we can laugh and have joy in between. What else are you going to do, right? What else are we going to do together? I love you. Um, I'm having a very difficult day today. So thank you, Hannah, for sharing your love and positive energy. It really helped turn my evening around. Oh, Chrissy. Oh, my love. Oh, I love you guys. I love you. Let me see now. I do feel it. Like, again, just taking that minute and that beat to reconnect and rebuild a connection with your loved ones. Thank you. I do feel the shift. So you can tell the energy starts to shift and I can feel it, what happens. And I love to always tell you guys everything that's, oh, I should give you a heads up though. I love you. I love you too. There is an emoji you guys are putting that isn't coming through. So I should let you know which one it is, because I won't see it or know it. And I just want to let you guys know so that when you're putting emojis in the chat, um, just the purple A, put something and then a bluebird and then a monarch butterfly and then something something, and they're just coming through as squares. And then Pauline, you're putting yellow flowers and then something else, and it's coming through only as squares. So I just want to let you guys know, because that may be one of the emojis you have to pull out of your repertoire. um, I always enjoy you so much. You're the best. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And then Hannah, and then Hannah, you said Hannah, and then the third eye, that whatever that square is, there's something they're not letting through. There's some heart, as I think is what it is, you guys, that they're not letting you guys use. So Brittany Bamberg, oh, I was trying not to say last name. I'm so sorry, you guys. I was trying, because there's more than one Brittany thing. The Brittany, the purple heart, there's a square, and then there's the angel. So there's something. Is it the light blue heart? Okay, light blue heart isn't working for me. Okay, perfect. So that's all. I just want to let you guys know. It's okay, of course, if you put it in, just know that to me, it's only coming through as squares. So light blue hearts, Gigi is saying. Okay, so that one for some reason it's not working. So Carrie, yes, it's yours isn't showing up as well. Love your laugh and stories you share. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I want you guys to feel connected. I want us to feel that opportunity to connect in between the readings, And we can always talk about mediumship. We can talk about your loved ones. We can, whatever the stories are in between. But I wanted to you have that little grounding time in between, and then when we reconnect with your loved ones. So it's nice. Again, it's the speakeasy chill vibe. So yeah. So Jessica, that yeah, with the P is the last name, all squares, just so you know. So she was actually paying attention. You get a cookie. All right, let's see who else is here, you guys. Let's see who's loved ones. Again, and or there may be just something psychic or me for you as well. There may be something that's stepping forward, but I want to see who else is here and is connecting with us. So let's see who this is. And you can put whatever emojis in the chat that you want. And I'll just let you know when there's a great part about to stop and or I'll just scroll up. I am seeing something, so something just flew in front of me. Okay, let's see. I'm curious. I know. I love it, Brittany, so much better. I really do. Oh, thank you. Oh, there's my son who listens to his phone way too loud on full volume walking by. I love it. He's adorable. He's absolutely adorable. He walks into your room and his phone is full on blasting as he walks through. There's just, I love neurospicy brains. I'm here for it. Oh, there's my son, Mr. Loud Volume. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, because they're right outside the door. Hold on a minute. It's okay. I love them. I love them. All right. They're the best. Okay, yeah, see, I've got something that's shown up a couple times for me. All right, there's something someone's putting in the chat right now that's showing up, and it showed up a couple times in my mind's eye. So I'm gonna hold tight and see if something starts to build with it. Okay, let me see. I love it. I love that my son apologized and is still talking at full volume because that's the other thing. His neurospicy brain is loud talk or louder. Love it. I love you guys. Okay, I love them. They're the best. I love my family. When you recognize we're all just characters in a bigger story, the things that maybe sometimes rub you wrong, other times they just give you the giggles. Love it. All right, I'm just sitting with this image I was seeing. Okay, now there's something else. Okay, I'm seeing something with this. I'm seeing something, but there's something else with this that was going on in my mind's eye. So somebody was putting something. I want to see. Okay, is that what you were showing me? Okay. Oh, I might have landed on it because now my body's changing. I can feel like there's something happening here. Oh, okay, is this who we're connected to? Oh, there's a couple. Okay. Okay. I'm just forgetting that. Oh, forgetting to let go. Oh, a little jolt there. Hold on. Okay, so that's it. So that's what you're showing me. Okay. Oh, I felt that one. Okay. Okay. That's so interesting. That's it. I think guys pulling tight. There was two. It's between two of you that I'm really feeling pulled, and sometimes that just happens. And it's like, okay, which loved one in spirit is going to pull into my awareness that I'm able to cut. But there's two of you that I feel like there's this kind of pull. So it's interesting to be like, is there similarity between these loved ones? Which one's going to just really kind of pull my attention forward here? Like, am I going to feel that more like the, excuse me, sorry. Okay, I think this is you were showing this over. So okay, so Pauline, Miss Pauline. I think we're with you, Pauline. Miss Pauline. Okay, friends, I'm gonna have you hold emojis. We're gonna hold space to see. Let's see if this is who we're building with. And see, it's funny, the other one was, and there's one other person too. So Miss Pauline, and then there's someone else as well. I'm going to write both down, but let's start. Let's see. Hi, Pauline. Let's see if we're with you. Um, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and stop the comments. Then I have one other person. So there's something where I'm being pulled between two, and this is interesting to see. I'm not even going to say that the person is. I'm going to see if, and if I'm not with you, Pauline, then I'm going to be pulled this way. There's some, I'm so curious what's going on. So let's just see. Out of curiosity, with I always say if the willingness to fall flat on my noggin, we'll see what's going on. But what's interesting that there's two of you that I'm feeling really pulled to. I wonder if we need if like we're in the Zoom together, if there'd end up being one of those things where it ping pongs between two people. And you're like two people could take this information if that's why. So okay, but Polly, let's lean in to see what's happening here. Probably we have a male energy who wants to connect with you. Interesting, we're male heavy today, huh, guys? But it is what it is. You never know. So Pauline, I have a male who's stepping forward who I feel like is eye to eye with you. This is somebody who you see eye to eye with. I would mean in similar age, super closely connected to. I would take this as a spouse or a sibling level of connection. And like I would take there's that type of a connection to him, like someone who's brotherly to you, and or somebody who's like a spouse to you, a male who's stepping forward. Who sees eye to eye, right connected to you. It's funny that I'm not going to even look at the chat right now because I just have him right here, and I'm like, hey, there's something he's building something here, so I want to see what else. Oh, okay. Interesting. And Pauline, if that makes sense to you, Pauline, would you also understand if at this point you guys holding tight? Just for Pauline, really quick, and there's one other person I may end up going to as well. We'll see. But Pauline, would you understand a male who's stepping forward to you, sees eye to eye with you, would want to check in with you? And then I'm curious if this is a name for a genre or if it's actual name. If there's like a Walter name, if Walter is connected, or a Walter sounding, or if that's the genre of the name. Thank you. Okay, hang tight for me really quick. Good to know. Jessica, so thank you. Jessica, you put the pencils in the chat. You were the other one that I'm being pulled back and forth between you and Pauline. So interesting. There's something here. Okay, there's something going on between the two of you. So it'll be so interesting to see what this ends up being at the end. Jessica, do you understand a male stepping forward to connect? And I want to let you tell you, I also just got information I just gave to Pauline that resonates with you. I also just got this pressure on my left shoulder. Something pushed down. Something happened. There's either weakness, injury, pressure. Something happened to my shoulder. Really? Okay. That is good to know. And Jessica, my heart jumped when you said Jessica because I understand the info. Interesting. Okay. So it's so funny how I feel pulled between the two of you. But okay, we'll keep leaning in. Do you understand the shoulder thing that's going on as well? Like I had my shoulder, something happened with the shoulder. So this would be either connected to you or to him. This feels like this is coming from him, but sometimes I just don't know if it's something you guys are experiencing or if it's something there that they're bringing forward. There's something to the shoulder. Okay, thank you. I understand the left side of the body injury for him. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you for listening to GT. Thank you. Okay. And then you understand the relationship then. Got it. Okay. No, it's okay. Thank you guys. Love you. All right. Yeah. See, this is Jessica, my brother. Okay. Yeah. So this is with you. Interesting. All right. So, Pauline, I'm so interested. I'm curious how much after this reading, if there's some connection or correlation to a loved one or a friend, if any of it resonates with you, or if there's just was something that was so pulled between the two, but the loved one step forward was for Jessica. And or as a reader, I was off. Either way, I love it because it's such an adventure and a wonderland when you get to work with the spirit world. So let's continue to lean in with your brother. And thank you for letting me, everyone holding space for Jessica right now and Jessica's brother who's here. Okay, would you understand? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, thanks. Just holding your comment really quick, Samantha, and then you can comment after. No worries. Um, his name starts with a W. Perfect, but not Walter. That's perfect. If they were just giving me the letter and not the actual name, that's beautiful. Go, spirit, go. Okay, do you understand when it comes to personality types? Was there something about the humor? He just said something like either, did he have a sense of humor where people either thought he was rude or there was something ever that someone could either equate the way he communicated or the way he talked, or there was something about being rude that someone may mistake take as rude or something about that. Would that make sense to you, what he's saying? Doesn't feel like I'm intentionally rude, but is there something about a rudeness? Like, I don't think I'm being rude for the sake of being rude. It feels like if it is, it's playful. Okay, thanks, Mercedes. Go ahead and hold tight for me for Jessica. Okay, you got it. He did a lot of mean jokes, but totally meant it in a funny way. That lands with what I'm feeling like. So I love if you guys what I love, this is the intelligence of spirit. If it's resonating with you in the chat, that you can see how spirit goes from the generalities to specifics. So they clarify exactly who they're with. I love that they'll do that. But that doesn't mean that it coming up isn't because it's there's a reason they're doing it on a public platform because they want you to be able to recognize that your loved ones are around you as well. And you'll start noticing information that makes your heart bump. And they're like, yes, because I want you to, this to be a sign to you that I am around you. There's a reason. That's the intelligence of spirit. But they will dial in who they're with very specific details so that the message gets to that directly to that loved one. But it's not happenstance the way that they will do this to ignite that connection to your loved one, even if they're not the one coming through directly at that moment to me. They are clever. Like I said, never underestimate the intelligence of spirit because gosh, they're smart. The way that they communicate with us. Okay, what's the connection, Jess? A crude humor for sure. You get it. Okay. What's the connection with water to him? To you or him, Jessica? Because he just said water. And you know what? I'm going to lean into that more, but there's some connection to water. And I'll see if he gives me more and builds more with it. And if he doesn't, then you're just going to ask and you'll clarify, and then he'll give me more above and beyond. There's no way I could know. But I actually want to put that back to him a little bit because he just said water. But now I actually want, instead of go to you, I'm actually let me lean in and see if I can get more of why he said water. And if not, then I'll pose it to you, but then he'll have to build on it above and beyond that he's wants you to say something because then there's something he wants to say. I want to see if I throw it back his way first. Why are you saying water? So, ooh, sometimes the energy gets me and the itches right there. Okay. Tapping my face with this. Okay. Do you understand anything recreational that he would like to do near the water? Is there something like it does? I feel like there's something like enjoying hanging out or spending time and being near water. Would that make sense to you? It feels very lackadaisical though. This feels very it doesn't feel like high intensity. It feels very like chill, is what the way he's making me feel. Would that make sense to you? This would be connected to you or him. That I feel like he's bringing me there right now. Beautiful. We spent a lot of time by lakes and stuff together. Awesome. I love it. I threw it back. He knew that you knew, but that was beautiful. Yay. The ping pong match a little there. Beautiful. It feels very chill, by the way, is the way he makes me feel. He's making me feel like I'm just kind of, I don't know how to say it. Like, this is what I want to do right now, like this. I want to be like, just really just enjoying, like, very enjoyable. Lake days, swimming days, hanging out. Beautiful. Okay. And that's what I feel right now. I feel like I'm just kind of like, all right, do you understand? I'm having a lot of pressure in my, okay. So right in here, in this part of my body right now, I'm feeling pressure in my chest. I feel like I'm kind of grasping for air. I feel like I really want to pull air into my lungs right now. Do you understand that as part of his passing or something he was dealing with? Interesting to have this sensation kind of going on right now. It feels lung related to me. Feels like I want to get a deeper breath in right now. I'm really wanting to pull air into my lungs right now. Would that make sense to you? Would you understand that? I know you said that you understood the left side, the pain in the body and all that, but do you understand about the air? There's something I'm wanting to pull air into my lungs. That's it. Okay. His official death cause was like a blunt force to the chest. I can tell you right across. It's almost like I kept seeing the square going right across my chest. Oof, there we go. Definitely on the left side of my body here too. Okay. Oh, Rebel loves to come in when your guys' loved ones are here. I wondered why she didn't come in earlier. Come on in. Okay. Okay. Jessica, do you understand the connection to stars with him? But I want to talk about nighttime stars, nighttime sky, connected to you or him. There's a connection with you guys with it. My brain wants to argue that oh, that's a generality. Someone could say that. So I just want to let you know I want to argue. My brain does. Um, and I just say it because I acknowledge it, but I want to say it so I move through it. But I'm sitting here drawing a bunch of stars too. So there's something about stars that are significant, important, that matter, that are connected to him that he's wanting me to bring up. And I know because I'm actually getting a lot of pressure back in that chest as well. Because okay, that's interesting that if that's going to be his little like I'm saying something about this. If you were either looking up at the stars, talking to him, if you're connecting to nighttime stars with him in any way, shape, or form, he wants this to be brought up. Would you understand why he's bringing that up? Oh my gosh, yes! Exclamation marks. His best friend just told me a story like last night about stars from for him being a sign for his best friend. I'm sitting here like just drawing stars, 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 stars. See, turtle frog, you say it all because they know what they're saying, why they're saying it, and it matters. I love you, Spirit. Thank you for the way you relay messages, the way you communicate. And again, they bring things up because then they're like, hey, I know about that conversation. Even though I'm not physically there, I'm there. I'm present. I'm part of that. And now the best part is shooting stars. Oh, I love that. And now hopefully his best friend gets to see this. And that's why I like us being on the tube of you as well. Now I can finally say YouTube because we're here and Tiki Taki's turned off. But then he'll be able to know, and his best friend will be able to watch this and see that he heard that, he saw that, he knows about that conversation. Amazing. I love you, Spirit. I feel like I want to say to his best friend too, like, we sure had good times together. Like, that's what I feel like right now. It's like, he's like, yep, I know he's going to watch this. And it's like, I want to say, we sure, oh, there's a flip in the chest. We sure had good times together. And it feels like we have good times, like, kind of being dumb, like being like, I don't want to say dumb, like as in like dumb, but I mean, like, like it's okay. Yes. Say what he's saying. And that kind of like being dumb, silly, like doing the dumb things, like kind of having those moments together, kind of doing dumb stuff. Those are, the fun times. It's not the dumb little things, the silly little things. It's interesting. He's giving me a pressure under my chin right here when he said that. They totally were being dumb, haha, and they knew it. Okay. I just started screen recording as you brought up the stars so I can show him, but I forgot he can also watch on the replay, right? Yes. That's why I want you guys, that's why I want us to be over here together. I love that. But screen record as well. Why not both? It's awesome though. But interesting. He gave me like this pressure here. Okay. Okay, so I'm curious about this, Jessica, because when you give me a pressure here, that's a sign for me of I'm taking accountability for my passing, that whether it was a directly something I did that caused it, or an accountability that even if it was by accident, something that I did was part of my passing and there's an accountability to it. Do you understand that? There's a feeling and accountability for his passing. He had a part, whether intentional or unintentional, something he did was part of his passing. Okay. Yes, it was a passing caused by himself. When they put that pressure under my throat like that, that's usually my sign. Okay. And then we're giving me the chest pressure in there. Okay. That's his taking accountability for that. Okay. He's saying something to me. I'm just getting a part of it. This is one of two things. Um, if no, say no, because then I have another thing. Is there a connection to New York that you would understand him bringing up? Because the only part I picked up was the York part. So my brain wants to interpret it, but I don't want to. So do you understand a connection? Perfect. No to the York, New York, perfect. So there's something about York. And then my brain went like York peppermint patties. The only other thing I would take is like more like a Yorkie. There's something about York that he was saying. Or do you understand something that sounds like York that he just said to me? I'm just not hearing it right, but it sounds like York. I'm just asking if he'll clarify. And as a reader, you guys, sometimes you just don't, maybe look, I'm not getting it. I heard what you said, but sometimes it's like playing telephone and I'm just not hearing it fully. He's touching my face with this. He's touching my face like this. There's like, you got it. He liked peppermint patties. Haha, I never did. Yes. Okay. Okay. Why I'm so excited for that is as you were putting your comment in, he's touching my face like, she's got it. She's got it. and then you put your comment. So it is literally the York peppermint patties. Okay, that's so interesting. What a very specific thing to say. And that's funny because I could say those aren't my favorite either. I feel like you're eating a tube of toothpaste unless someone like freezes them. And then I like it because I think it takes the intensity down. So that's what he was doing. Okay, beautiful. Wow. Well done, my friend. He's doing great. Beautiful spirit. You're doing wonderful. Ask if there's anything else he wants to clarify other than checking and connecting with his best friend, connecting with you, taking accountability for his passing, bringing up those memories, those good times, but also showing how he's aware of what's going on currently. Is there anything else you wanna share? Anything else, my love? There's I'm not saying something if someone doesn't say it. I can, but I'm happy to give this to. He is just filling me right now with so much love in my heart right now. I feel like I'm actually feeling pride. And I won't say it just to pander to anybody. He's making me feel pride. There's just like so the proud feeling. I know he's wanting to connect with you and his best friend. I want you to know there's a sense of pride there. Like, and he is tapping my face with this so much. Oh yeah, I'm glad you said peppermint patties because I would have never thought of that. I think I know exactly what he's feeling that about. Okay, awesome. Because it's just filling my chest with that right now. Do you understand school? Are you in school or is there something about school? Is that going back to the pride or school? His best friend, I think, would be who that's for. Oh. And do you understand the connection to school? Did they go to school together? Are they school pals? Or is there something about school there with him that would make sense to you? They did go to school together. Okay. I was just wondering, like, it's a, okay. I think he was just trying to bring us to who the pride is for and with, like you're saying, because it's like the school. They were friends after high school, though. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, or you want to compound layer to that, or is that where you want to have it? It's your call, my love. It's funny. He's doing something in front of me right now. He's flicking something at me right now. It's like flicking a bottle cap, or he's flicking caps, or he's flicking, it looks like a bottle cap or something being flicked in front of me right now. I don't know why he would have done that, but that's what he just, oh, I never know anything they're doing. That was like, wait, but there's something he just flicked in front of me. So if he's flipping a bottle cap up, or if what the connection to our best friend is with that, or if there's bottle cap connection any way, shape, or form, there's something he just flicked at me. So I just want to give you that as well. And we're touching my eye, which, oh, itching my eye there. So maybe his best friend will know that. Maybe Braxton will understand. That's what I thought. Lots of beer together. So I'm sure they would do. It's kind of what it looked like. It looked like the cap. I was like, yeah, that's kind of what it had, that kind of look to it. Well, Jessica, thank you for thank you. Thank you for doing such a great job validating the information, holding space, allowing him to share what he wanted to share. Um, and I love knowing too that he's clever enough to know how to get the message to both of you guys. So absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. And chat, thank you guys, everybody, doing such a beautiful job tonight. Go spirit, go. If there's any questions you want to ask me or anything you need, let me know. Thank you so much, Hannah. Braxton needed to hear this. I'll for sure make him watch this. So good. Oh, good. Braxton, hi. Braxton is engaged to my brother. Oh, brother's XGF. Oh my gosh. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Mars, thank you. Right? Go, spirit, go. Yes, I love it, you guys, when you put that in the chat because that's it. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I agree. So beautiful. You guys have been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. I won't keep you guys in the room any longer. I never know if on these lives we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. No, not that many. But oh, thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, sending so much love, you guys, to Jessica. I love it. It makes my heart so happy that they found love together after he passed. And the shooting stars were for both of them when they were together one night. Oh my gosh. Jessica, wow. Absolutely wow. And I'm so curious too, then, Pauline. I wonder what in this reading, why being told to you, whether it's the message or the connection, or what was there of your loved one being wanting to also connect this back to you guys. But who knows? I don't know. I agree. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love you guys. I think what we'll do though, an hour and 30 minutes of streaming. I will make sure that we wrap up our live stream. But I love that you guys know that we're going to be able to connect here and you can rewatch it if you want, fast forward, rewind. Um, and this is such a more chill environment here. Braxton said he knows it was Willie. So hearing this from Willie just makes me so happy. Yay. And then the W name. I love that. Like, I would never have probably said that. So they knew to get me to a name, even though it wasn't the exact name. They're like, Walter, because she'll know and you'll know it was a W. So it was awesome. MCV, amazing, Hannah. Thank you. Thank you, friends. I love you guys. I'm going to give you back your night. I'm going to let everybody wind down. Thank you to the moderators for holding down the fort. Thank you, everybody. Unfortunately, nothing resonates, but glad Jessica got to talk with her brother. Okay, awesome. That I thank you so much for helping me know that as a reader why I was being pulled. But that was just I love it that I was being pulled the wrong way, but spirit pulled me the right way. Go, spirit, go. Thank you. You're amazing. Oh, spirit is so cool, you guys. I love you. Good night, everyone. Good night, Gigi. Good. Thank you, Mars. Thank you. Have a good night, Amy. Thank you, Hannah. You're so amazing. Thank you, Amy. Good night, gaming and sleuthing. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Moz. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Mr. Bob, thank you. Have a good night. I love you guys. Thank you. And to all the mods, yes, I love you guys. And thank you. Patricia, thank you. Good night, everybody. Good night. Reese, good night. I'm going to count you guys out with love. Thank you, guys. 5, I love you. I love you. 4, I love you. I love you. 3, I love you. Love you. 2, I love you. Love you. 1, I love you. Love you. Good night. Sleep well.